Welcome to the Metal Voice. We are at NAMM 2018 with the one and only Mike Portnoy.
You had to look at me. Wait, who is that? Oh, it's Mike Portnoy. Okay.
I couldn't believe it. I go, is he there? Is he there? Is he really there?
Put him on. Yeah, it's me, man.
I don't want to forget these.
No,
oh no, these are mine. I got mine here. These are mine. All right. First things first. Okay. Metal Allegiance. You know, tell everybody what the Metal. Just quickly tell everyone out there who doesn't know what Metal Allegiance is. What is this? I mean, there's a show. There's an album. Tell me about Metal Allegiance.
I'll give you the quick story. It started many years ago as a bunch of us that are all friends, me and the guys from Megadeth and Testament and Pantera and Anthrax. We're all buddies for so many years, and we're all still metal fans. We still love Kiss and Maiden and Priest and Sabbath. So we just started doing these shows where we would jam for fun and, you know, play covers. And after a few years of that, a few of us, what we call the Core Four, myself, David Ellefson from Megadeth, Alex Skolnick from Testament, and Mark Mengy, who's kind of the mastermind behind it. The four of us decided, well, let's make an album of original music. We did that with the first album a couple years ago. Great experience, and now we have a second album coming out at the beginning of the summer.
Has the material been written yet?
Oh yeah, the album's done, and it'll be out in, I think, June.
Okay, perfect. Switching gears to Sons of Apollo. Sons of Apollo. On the Metal Voice, we review and we do interviews. It was on our top 10 albums of 2017.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Tell me about, I mean, the biggest question is, I talked to Billy yesterday, Billy Sheehan, 2 days ago, sorry, and asked him, is this a band? You know, there's so many projects today, right? People are, you know, getting together for projects, but they never hold together for a very long period of time. Is this something that's going to go on as far as you can see, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think Sons of Apollo will be very similar to the Winery Dogs. Winery Dogs went on the road for years, playing hundreds of shows, you know, really building up the fan base, like as a band. Sons of Apollo will have the same work ethic. So yeah, I mean, everything I do, there's a fine line between a project and a band or whatever. It's just a tag, it's just a title or whatever. To me, everything I do is a band. You know, it's just a matter of how much we can work together. You know, it's hard, like Metal Allegiance, it's hard to get us all together. Everybody's in other bands. Same thing with Flying Colors. But with Winery Dogs, we made a commitment to it, and we went out there, and we're the same with Sons of Apollo. We're committed to it, and we're going to pretty much spend all of 2018 on the road together.
You've been all over the place, and then now you're coming back to sort of like the Dream Theater sort of prog sound. I mean, why? Did you miss it? Is that what it was?
Well, I never abandoned it. I mean, it's always going to be a part of me. I just, after leaving Dream Theater, I wanted to try different styles, different sounds. Metal Allegiance is thrash, and Winery Dogs more classic rock. But that style that Dream Theater does is always going to be a part of me. And it was Derek Sherinian that was like nudging at me, like, come on, man, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. So finally, you know, when my schedule cleared up, we did it and put together this band. And once we started writing together with Bumblefoot and Jeff Scott Soto, it went, I think, beyond like the Dream Theater world. I think now it's more of a hard rock, metal, progressive thing. It's a little bit of everything.
It's a really cool sound, man. It's really, like, you put it on, you go, wow. Oh man, they're going off in another direction. It's proggy, it's rock, and it's bluesy, right? Because of Jeff Scott Soto.
Yeah, well, Jeff brings a whole kind of soulful anchor to the whole thing. Everything he sings is so accessible and listenable. He's got kind of that Steve Walsh or Steve Perry or Lou Gramm kind of, you know, vibe to him. So I think he brings it all together.
I talked to Jordan Rudess. And the guy loves you, man. They like, there's a lot of love there. You know, there's no, usually bands sort of part ways, but there's a lot of love, and, you know, only good things to say about you. Sure. Would you ever do a Sons of Apollo Dream Theater special night tour, perhaps? I'm just guessing. Look, I'm a big fan of both.
I've been asked that.
And, you know, as a fan, right? As a fan.
Yeah, I mean, it's not out of the question. It might be weird for me to be opening for the band that I formed and built for 25 years. But that being said, you know, I never say never, so who knows?
That's pretty much it. Is there anything else you want to add to, you know, anything you want to promote?
Metal Allegiance album coming out in June. Sons of Apollo album is out, and the tour starts next week. We'll be out all year long. We have a short U.S. tour next month, but we'll have an extensive U.S. tour in April and April and May, and that'll be announced soon.
I'm in Canada. I came from Montreal, Canada, so.
Yeah, I think I saw some Canadian dates in the April and May run, so hopefully that's happening.
And you know what? Actually, I was asked to interview your son. And this is going back. Is he here?
Yeah.
We should have got him in on the interview.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was Kristen. I'm not sure. They wanted me to really interview your son, and it was just a timing issue. But I'd love to interview your son. Just quickly, 20 seconds on what your son's doing and what he's about.
He's an amazing drummer in his own right. He's 18 years old. He's done 2 albums with his band Next to None, and now he's got a new band. And like Father, Like Son, he's now got another band, this full-on...
The Winery Cats.
Yeah, no, the Winery Pups. The Winery Pups. No, his new band is called Tala. They're playing tonight at the Schechter Party. They're doing some gigs here this weekend. Full-on metal band, and Max is just an amazing talent.
What do you tell him? Go, just do it. I mean, there's the music industry, right? What do you tell your son? Daddy, I want to be a drummer. It's going to be tough, right? It's good.
Yeah, it is. I mean, luckily he's got the advantage of the Portnoy name to get his foot through the door, but he's got to stand on his own 2 feet and do the work, and he's doing the work. He's working hard.
Mike, a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on the Metal Voice.